I want to welcome you to Narrow Life Videos. I'm on this cell, so I have to straighten out the camera, but you know what I want to talk about today? I want to talk about, are you God's? Now, there's a lot of people that claim to be God's. There's a lot of people that will say that they're Christ. They will say that they're born again. They will say that they're saved. They will say that they are Christians, when in fact they're not. If you are going to church and you are enjoying church and you have a pastor and an authority over you, chances are you're not God's, and I'll explain why. Now, before the charismatics and the church people get all upset and start writing comments, "Don't judge me," I'm not judging you. I'm simply applying some Rhema word to this situation. 1 John 4 says, "Test the spirits to know they're of God. If the spirit confesses that Jesus Christ came in the flesh, then that spirit is of God. If the spirit confesses not that Christ came in the flesh, then that spirit is not of God." We look at the Pope. He confesses with his mouth that Christ came in the flesh. We look at satanic Satanist Barack Obama. He claims with his mouth that Christ came in the flesh, with his mouth. We look at the Muslim religion. They claim that Christ came in the flesh. But these three are clearly demonic motivated, satanic driven, and they serve Satan. So therefore, they cannot serve God. Church people. You know, I've talked about this in previous videos. All of the denominational church derived from one place, and that's the Roman Catholic Church. Jesus himself said that a bad tree cannot produce good fruit, a good tree cannot produce bad fruit. So therefore, the Roman Catholic Church is clearly a bad tree, so anything that comes off of it cannot be good. So no matter how much you think your church is preaching the truth of Jesus Christ, no matter how much you think your church is Bible-based on the money, it is demonically inspired. It came from a bad tree, and the church denominational system is wicked to its core. Am I against church? Absolutely. Now, I'm not against fellowship, but I'm against church in the terms of that it is modern today. If you go to church and you think there's nothing wrong with it, and your pastor is your authority, you are blind as a bat, deceived, and on your way to the lake of fire. There's also people that claim to be Christ that are religious. They are religious. They use the Bible, they live the Bible, they have the Bible, they quote the Bible, nothing can be about God outside of the Bible. The Bible is the Bible, the Bible, 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 Bible. That's all you hear is the Bible. These people are religious and on their way to the lake of fire. Then you have people who do church and say that they're Christ so they look good or they feel important. These people also are on their way to the lake of fire. You know, the Lord said something very clearly on that day of judgment. He said, "Many will come to me in that day claiming, 'Lord, Lord, I did this in your name and that in your name, and I cast out devils. Oh, Lord, I'm paraphrasing now for you Biblists, but Lord, I went to church. Lord, I was faithful. I was in church every Sunday. Lord, I submitted to the authority of my pastor. Lord, Lord, Lord." And he's going to look at you and he's going to say, "Depart from me. I never knew you, you workers of iniquity." Why do you think he's going to say that? He's going to say that because when he died on the cross of Calvary and that veil was torn, a new covenant was formed. And he said, "I am their God and they are my people." And when that new covenant was formed, the old covenant was done away with and the new covenant came into being. And in that new covenant, we can boldly go before the throne of grace. We have access to the Father through his Son. And Christ is the head. We are the body. There is no go-between. There is no antichrist set up, which is the pastors today, who we need to go to get to God, or need to go to get better enlightenment to get to God. Or are these pastors the only ones that can really speak the Word of God? And all this garbage you hear, that's not the new covenant. That's a replica of the old covenant. It's not even that in its true form. Are you God's? Or when you stand before Jesus Christ on that day and he rules the nations with a rod of iron, will he say to you, welcome, come in, my good and faithful servant? Or will he say to you, depart from me, I never knew you? See, here's the key. He never knew you. That means you are not God's, weren't God's, never will be God's. He never knew you. This is the church people who think church is the way and church is right. This is the religious. This is the people that use God to make themselves look better. He never knew you. Is that you? Saints, apply the 1 John 4 test to see if someone is of God. It is not about their mouth. It is not about their words. It is simply, what is their spirit confessing? Until next time, to the genuine born-again believers in Jesus Christ, God bless.